in. Come on in. Come on in. Not come on in. Not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Hey, girl. Hey. Hold up. Where is it? Because I don't know. Oh, okay, I'm good. Whoo, y'all. Listen. Get this light right. Okay. Listen. Your girl is having a day, and it ain't even 1 o'clock yet. Your girl is having a day. I hope y'all are having a better day than me. But I know all of us are having a better day than some. So I'm going to try to stay grateful this morning. But I swear for God, y'all. I swear for God. I don't know what the Lord want from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how some days you just be like, I don't know what the Lord want from me. Like, I don't know what else you want me to do, Lord. You know, like, I don't know what else you want me to do, Lord. I'm doing my best. Y'all, life is struggling. Okay, just struggling. I feel like Blueface's knees trying to lift shit. It's not. Y'all, I gotta finish this statement. Then, not getting the money from the SBA like we were supposed to. And we have all of these things going on with the house, and child, no way to fucking fix it. Oh my God, girl. It's just feeling like Runaway to the Jungle. Okay, that's what it's feeling like. And then this country is wilding. Okay, this country is wilding right now. Between Texas and Mississippi, girl, I don't feel safe. Girl, between the Jim Crow of it all, I mean, it's just way too much going on affecting my energy this morning, and not in a positive way. Not in a positive way at all, Lord. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. How y'all doing though? I hope y'all doing better than me. Okay. Um, we have some things to discuss, y'all. We have many things to discuss. So just give me a second to get it on the screen, girl. Let me go in preview mode because we about to start off. And we gonna start off with the Drew Sidora. The Drew Sidora and the Ralph of it all. That's where we're gonna start. Girl. I mean, I'm low key surprised. I wasn't willing to really believe it, and I'm low key still reserving like my overall opinion about the situation until we watch it on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Um, and I'm doing that because I feel like from what we saw of Drew and Ralph, they like to play games. You know what I'm saying? They like to play games. I feel like they're the people on the show that are willing to lie for, a story. They're willing to lie for a storyline on this show. So when I first saw that they were getting a divorce, I was just like, oh gosh. And then they said that Ralph did it first. And then it came out that actually, no, Drew did it first, 61 minutes prior. And I was just kind of like, okay, this is starting off extremely petty. This is starting off extremely petty. If we're trying to race each other to the divorce house, girl, there might be some real animosity. We've seen the relationship between Ralph and Drew on Real Housewives of Atlanta. The word gaslight became a topic of conversation at the time because of the way he would handle her. My husband specifically recalled Ralph saying that Drew deserved a Lunchable and not the lobster dinner that he had put together for her as a way to not have to discuss their issues. And at this dinner, whenever she tries to discuss the issues they're having, how she's feeling about assistance and things of that nature, he shut her down and made her feel like she was the problem. Okay, you're trying to have conversations about emotions when I've put this cute little dinner together for us. Like, there's a reason for them to really divorce. There's reason. But Drew seemed like a glutton for punishment. She seemed like one of those women that was gonna stick beside him, no matter how much he embarrassed her publicly. But maybe not. Maybe not. I'm gonna read to you guys what they're saying about the whole shebang on Radar Online. But before I do that, I see y'all in the room. Kimmy, Sharella, Zari, CeCe, Terry, Erica, some what is that? Tamnika, Latrice, Nafisa's daughter, Dion, Chanel, Hannah, Amethyst. I see y'all. Okay, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Can y'all just let me know that y'all are hearing and seeing me clearly before we really dive into the thing? Okay? Because I'm going to read, girl. That's why I had to bring the glasses out, because y'all know I'm blind. Oh, if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. Oh, you better wait till the night. I'm sorry, y'all. Songs on my mind. Hey, baby. Okay. I see 24 likes, but I don't see any comments. So that's what's making me nervous. The fact that I don't see any comments saying anything. Maybe y'all just want to hear me talk and y'all don't really want to talk. Okay, I'm good. Thank you. It must be a bit of a delay. There must be a latency going on, a delay to make sure that things don't look ugly. Okay, great. Okay, I'm seeing you guys now. All right. Yes. Okay. Publish. Yes. Back to live mode. Sounds great. Loud and clear. All clear. You're good. Thank you. And thank you. Okay. Appreciate y'all. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the thing, girl. Okay. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Drew Sidora doesn't want to be on the hook for any bills Ralph racked up with his alleged mistresses. Wait a minute. In the divorce documents obtained by Radar Online, girl, wait, I need to hear myself. I need to hear myself. Wait a minute. In the divorce documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, Drew made it clear she wants her serial cheater husband to be solely responsible for anything he spent while allegedly stepping out on their marriage. Oh, yes. Drew wants Ralph to be solely responsible for any debt that he has incurred entertaining his multiple paramours, taking trips with or to visit his paramours, and gifts for his multiple women. The Bravo star's docs reveal Drew also claimed that Ralph withdrew a large sum of money from her business bank account the week of February 13th through the 17th. So it's Valentine's Day and you stealing money from me? That's what we do. That's what we do in Black History Month. We steal from our wives' business bank accounts. Girl, it's giving Alexa play Mary J. Blige is what it's giving. As RadarOnline.com reported, Drew and Ralph filed for divorce in Gwinnett County, Georgia last week, with the peach holder filing 61 minutes before her husband. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star accused Ralph of repeated uncondoned adultery, claiming he participated in extramarital sexual relations with persons other than Drew. I know paramours took me out as well. She also alleged that on February 20th, Ralph became physically aggressive with Drew. To the point that Drew considered filing an application for a temporary protective order and flying with three minor children to Chicago, Illinois, so that Drew and the minor children could feel safe. Ralph is gunning for joint physical and legal custody of their 7-year-old son and their 5-year-old daughter, and Drew demanding temporary and permanent primary physical custody of the kids. The Bravo celebrity doesn't want Ralph to receive child or spousal support. She asked the court to award her child support and exclusive use of their marital home. Wow. This is getting nasty. The two who have been married for nearly 9 years are also arguing about their date of separation. Drew claimed they parted ways on February 23rd, while Ralph said it was February 19th. The only thing the soon-to-be exes can agree on is that their marriage is irretrievably broken. Get your words right, bitch. Okay, I knew it was going to trigger somebody's Alexa. It just didn't trigger mine. Okay, they both released statements after their divorce made headlines. Love is a beautiful thing, Ralph told People on Wednesday. Unfortunately, we have made the difficult decision to move on to our next chapters, independent of each other. Drew and I have decided to file for divorce. We have 3 amazing young children, and their mindset and growth is what is most important as we navigate this difficult time. I ask that you please respect our privacy. Drew stated, after 8 years of wholeheartedly fighting for my marriage, I have made the agonizing decision to release my husband with love. Although Ralph and I have decided to move forward separately, the hope is to remain friends so that we can co-parent responsibly. In spite of our very public life, I am asking for privacy during this time as my children and I learn how to navigate through our new beginnings. And that's all that they had said on that one. Let me tell y'all something. Like, y'all know this doesn't surprise me. I feel like, Ralph absolutely showcased narcissistic behavior. We all felt like he was cheating on her because it felt like he was. I mean, even last season, the other men on the show were clowning him because his explanations for things did not sound true. It didn't sound as if he was giving us the real, okay? And Drew seemed like a woman who's being emotionally abused. You're walking on eggshells. You can't say how uncomfortable you are because he's going to blow up on you and flip it on you and make it seem as if you're being a nagging wife when really he's being cruel to you. Like, he's cheating on you. He is having you pretend as if he's paying all of these bills when really it's coming out of your account. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. There's more. There are more articles that have been coming out. Let me see. So it says Drew Sidora's husband, Ralph Pippen, is demanding a big chunk of her music money. And by that, we mean half. The former couple's dispute over her songs were laid bare in a divorce petition he filed in Gwinnett County. According to the court docs, the petitioner and respondent have recorded original compositions together, as the petitioner serving as the producer/composer and the respondent as the recording artist during the marriage. The petitioner asserted that he should be awarded 100% of the rights to all compositions recorded by the parties to date. Why would you be given 100% rights of music that you both created? Like, that's crazy. Also, the fact that it was done within your marriage with your partner who you are married to, that doesn't even make sense or sound fair at all. Listen, Sidora's discography includes hits For the Love, Until the Dawn from the original soundtrack for Step Up. Last year, she dropped the track Already Know, which Pippen worked on and was featured in the cover art. In addition to the dance flick, she's also had notable roles on That's So Raven and Blessed and Cursed, plus a cameo in White Chicks. Pippen is seeking some of her music income and more post-split. As Radar Online reported, he has demanded joint physical custody of their 2 kids, seeking a parenting time schedule that permits both the petitioner and the respondent to experience having the children in his or her respective physical custody for an equal amount of time on a consistent basis. That sounds like 7 days on, 7 days off. And in all honesty, that's great. I feel like she should agree 7 days on, 7 days off, unless she is worried that he is a danger to the children. I also wonder how, that would happen with her other son, the third. Now, he did say that they have 3 children, so it seems as if he's still including Josiah in as his child as well, even though he did not go through with, adopting Josiah. But now we know why. I mean, we knew why then, because eventually he was going to leave her and he didn't want to have to be financially responsible for 3 children, especially if one of them was not biologically his. Okay. In addition to her children with Pippen, Sidora also has a son from a past relationship. Viewers predicted there may have been trouble in paradise after watching the couple's relationship woes play out on the show. He listed their date of separation as the 19th, claiming their marriage, February 19th of 2023, claiming their marriage is irretrievably broken and there is no hope of reconciliation. Okay. It's also nasty with, more. Okay. So it seems as if another part of the court filings was him trying to get her kicked out of the house. Is that what I'm to understand? The couple shares, okay, hold up, parenting time, da 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 da. In addition, Ralph has asked for joint custody, da 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 da. Ralph wants Drew to vacate their marital home and for the property to be awarded to him. He said he solely satisfied the loan for the marital residence located in Duluth, Georgia. Now, sir, I hope you know that that is not how that works. Just because you satisfied the loan, and I don't know why, but I am apprehensive to believe that you paid it alone, considering the fact that you and Drew have done so much to make money together. I don't see how you can say you've been a part of musical projects that have been, that have gained her money. I don't understand how you can then turn and say that you paid for this house on your own if, in fact, both of you guys being a part of the music together garnered income. Was that the income that helped? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me that you would think that first of all, it's crazy to me the way you men think. Like, you don't want to be solely responsible for those kids. The way you would just up and leave and go to another state. I mean, she would think you were downstairs and you just up and disappeared and was gone for like 2 weeks. And you think you should be granted sole custody of the children and you should be given the house and she should have to vacate, even though you're the one who used to up and leave? Like, it makes no sense to me. It's absolutely giving narcissist, I just want to hurt you by counteracting everything you're doing. Why would you want her out of the house when you know she's probably going to be the sole parent? Why? That doesn't even make any sense, Ralph. Why don't you pack your little raggedy fucking duffel bag and go move into a bachelor's apartment? That way you can have, a place for your kids, a place for you, and a place for your girlfriends to come. So you can stop having to make trips out of town every time you want to see them. And I absolutely have to wonder, like, you were taking money from y'all home, from y'all lives to go and pay for your situations with these women. And you have the audacity to want her to vacate your home and for the property to be awarded to you? Because you solely satisfied the loan during your marriage? Are you crazy? That's insane. Like, that's so unfair. I mean, honestly, if he did want her out of the house, the fair thing would be let's sell it and split it down the middle. But you saying that you want her to vacate and the house be given to you, I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's giving vindictive. It's giving petty. It's giving evil nigga is what it's giving. Child, Real Housewives of Atlanta know they probably real glad they didn't fire her. Okay, let me continue on. Ralph said he wants exclusive use to the home and possessions of the residents. This nigga has lost his mind. In court documents, he revealed that Drew and he took out a personal loan from a third party. He said the money was used to fund joint ventures for both parties during the marriage. Drew's estranged husband wants the court to order they are both liable for the debt. They're both liable for the debt, but not both able to have access to the home and the possessions? What? So she's also responsible for debt, but she doesn't also have a benefit or a part in the things that you have, your assets? What? He sounds crazy. Ralph said they both have their own credit card and tax debts. He wants to be responsible for his debt while he wants Drew to pay her own. In the docs, he requested exclusive use of his 2022 Porsche and a 2018 Cadillac. He said Drew can continue driving her Cadillac after she refinances the car in her name solely. Wow. You get to keep 2 cars and then just give her the one as long as she takes your name off of it? Wow. Ralph wants Drew cut off from alimony and spousal support. He said she's a star of a reality show and her earning capacity far exceeds Ralph's capacity, as she is a pivotal character on this nationally syndicated franchise show that is shown on Bravo Television Network. I hope that you also like the show being brought up when it's used to show all of your many indiscretions in the marriage. Ralph said his estranged wife also works as a professional actress and artist. He said they should split the cost of raising their kids. The court document said Ralph wants all his bank and retirement accounts to be awarded to him. But didn't you take a large sum of money out of her business account? If you took a large sum of money out of her business account and put it in your private account and asked for your accounts to be awarded to you, to me it feels like we're going to break this shit up. I don't like the way he's suggesting that anything they've gained should, basically be given to him. She'll be all right. I want the house and all of the cars and shit. She'll be all right because she works. Don't you work? Aren't you in tech? Oh my God. What an asshole. Like, it's giving complete and utter, fuckboyness. And we already knew. But this is why. This is why you have to be so careful to men who you decide to be in relationships with. Because when mad day comes, they'll show up like this. But he had been an asshole the entire time, so nobody's really surprised. Let me read some of you guys' comments. And when they say people come on Housewives to divorce, it makes sense. She will get through this. I hope she knows Drew better than me. Hey, Bridget. We all was looking at Drew like she was crazy. He brought the house without her even knowing. I feel like he may have gotten another woman pregnant. That's a possibility. I'm talking about him. Really is on some Diary of a Mad Black Woman-ish. Want to kick the kids out at Easter. Yeah, that's what that sounds like. Drew secured herself at least 2 seasons. Absolutely, she sure did. That's maybe why he wants the house and all possessions, because there's another child, another woman and child. So he wants to move her out so he can move the new woman and the new baby in. It's absolutely giving Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Child, Ralph, we will split the sofa down the fucking middle, okay? Sound like Ralph ain't got no job. Probably not. Probably did so much hanging on her coattails that he let his own, I think Ralph is one of those men that really enjoyed the attention he got from being on Real Housewives. And I think that on some level, he was always relying on Drew to be, to bring in more income. I think he was always relying on Drew in one way or another in their relationship, as far as I'm concerned. And I think he really liked the attention he got. I think it made his head bigger. And, now he's ready to move on like Maya. And I don't begrudge him, because I don't think he really loved Drew anyway. I don't think he really loved her. I think she was always someone who he saw opportunity in. I think that he is giving opportunistic. But Real Housewives of Atlanta at least has one housewife with a good storyline coming, because, girl, this is going to be good. Someone said it's a good thing she is getting a divorce because Portia will find her another African man. Oh, yes. If all that shit is in his name, I'll let him keep it, ruin his credit, and get my new ish. But you see, he's talking about how he wants her to be liable for debt. Sir, good night. Anyway, y'all, that's what's going on there. Let's go ahead and move on to talk about the Michael Darby of it all, because Michael Darby is suing Candiace Dillard Bassett for defamation after she claimed he offered up cash to have sexual relations with another man. According to legal documents obtained by TMZ, Ashley Darby's husband is suing Candiace over comments she made during the last season of the reality series, where she didn't hold back during one of her many arguments with Ashley. On the show, Candiace says, "Ashley, your husband likes to leave you and go to a man named Bleep's house and suck his." She never says who the guy is, but Candiace later claimed Michael paid for sex. Michael's calling BS on all of it, adding he sent her a cease and desist earlier this year regarding her comments, but claims she has yet to retract any of her allegations. He wants $2 million in damages to make things right. Fans of the show know Candiace and the Darbys have had long-standing beef, with her calling Michael and Ashley out numerous times. Looks like the latest incident took things too far, as at least according to Michael. No reps have reached out about what Candiace said so far. Let me see, cause what's today? Today is the 2nd. Okay, listen. I hope they throw it out. I also hope that things are brought up that has happened on the show, because you clearly got off on grabbing the producer's ass. There is a history of you, I'm sorry, as a white man, thinking you can have anything you want. So you put your hands on people, men and women. I think there have been women, but mostly I think, in real life, he's only done this to men. And I think it's a power play. I think Michael feels he's like an all-powerful white man who can have whoever he wants to have. And there is something about being able to treat other men as if they are as powerless as women that he gets off on. I think so. And I think that's why he likes so often to keep putting his hands on all of the men's asses. And I believe he grabbed Michael's ass. I mean, not I believe Michael grabbed Andy's ass at one point, and Andy acted as if he didn't remember it. And now all of these things are coming out about Michael Darby and his family. And yeah, it's a lot going on. But let me see if there's any new information. Okay. Okay. This isn't the only legal drama the father of two has faced in recent months. Last year, his wife of 8 years, with whom he shares sons Dean, 3, and Dylan 2, filed for divorce. Almost 8 years ago, when Michael and I said I do, we anticipated sharing every single day together. Girl, shut up. Nobody cares. Yeah, this was a divorce thing. Okay. Yeah, okay, there's not any more on Daily Mail. Okay, so let me go, because I'm going to pull this up. Michael Darby, Somalia. And let's talk about it, okay? All right. So it's being reported that Michael Darby is one of the largest landowners in Somalia. Recent reports about Michael's real estate portfolio have resurfaced. Kempire shared a TikTok and YouTube video in which he explained Michael's connection to Somalia. While many real estate investors own property international, there are many concerns about Michael's investment in land in Somalia, which Kempire says cannot be discussed on social media, but hints to there being issues with locals and investors who are not from the country, and social issues occurring in the country. Michael, being a white investor in an African country, is also concerning for some. Per a 2013 feature in the Washington Post, Michael owns land in Mogadishu, Somalia. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. After divorcing his first wife of over 20 years, Michael jumped into high speed in setting up the next phase of his life. He met Ashley and pursued her. Additionally, he expanded his investments in the real estate industry. The first step after his divorce was to heavily invest in the ultimate emerging real estate market, Mogadishu, Somalia, where he has built a 44-acre compound near the airport and site of the film Black Hawk Down, making him one of the Civil War-stricken country's largest real estate owners. He has an impressive real estate profile. Outside of his real estate in Somalia, the Australian-born reality star has an expensive real estate profile that includes commercial and residential. He earned his degree in construction engineering and business development from the University of Melbourne before beginning his career as a general contractor. He moved to the U.S. in the 1980s. According to a profile from Bravo, Michael is principal and co-founder of Monument Realty, a top real estate firm in Washington, D.C. area. One of his biggest accomplishments as developer is overseeing the restoration of the Willard Hotel. He opened up the Australian-inspired restaurant Oz in Arlington, Virginia with Ashley during the second season of the show. They eventually closed Oz after 3 years to focus on building a family and because it wasn't doing well. Michael also reportedly owns property in Asia and Latin America. He's reportedly worth more than $20 million. I think that is a small figure for what they're talking about. For what they're talking about, Michael has way more money than that. Way more. Like, you telling me that you own a compound in Somalia, you are one of the biggest, and I know that people, put money in together when they do these types of things, so it's not just his income alone, but nah, it's giving hundreds of millions, it's not giving 20. So I definitely think he's lying about how much money he makes. Despite his wealth, Ashley will walk away with close to nothing in their divorce. Yes, because he was smart enough. That's what going to business school. You know these contracts and you know how to screw people over with them. So yeah, it's giving, Michael Darby's an insanely terrible person. That's what it's giving. Shout out to Kim Pyre for the info. Let's see what you guys are saying about this. It's okay. Child, these women better learn from what happened to Jill Scott and Mary J. Blige. I know that's right. I hope he didn't suck the life out of her. But didn't Michael say on national TV he would suck Juan's penis? He did say that. But it's not about him saying he would suck penis. It's about him paying to suck said penis. I think he just wanted to get back at Candiace. I think he has a hard-on for Candiace. I think he doesn't like the fact that Candiace, as a black woman, doesn't give a shit about who he is. I think that it gives, I'm going to keep fucking with you because I'm not used to people standing up to me. And so I think he's fucking with Candiace. Candiace better sue back Megamind and her colonizer husband. This is not Ashley. This is him. I don't even think that Ashley would want to be a part of this shit, to be honest. I haven't seen if Ashley has said anything, but I don't think Ashley really wants to be a part of this. This doesn't read right at all. It reads very petty and small, and you just trying to, inflict some type of financial stress on Candiace because you're mad about what she said on the show, even though you, have a documented past of cheating on your wife in hotel rooms, sending nudes of yourself to other men. Anyway, Candiace should countersue for lawyer fees. She should. So this lawsuit, not a deflection from him owning all that land. It's giving Epstein by the airport. It does. And she ain't get a dime. Not surprised Ashley married that man. Ashley and her husband are disgusting. And I feel like this is what Candiace has been talking about the whole time. Fact, seeing her have anything irks his soul. I think so. He didn't sue the Green Eye Bandits because of their skin tone. I mean, also, I think birds of a feather flock together. I think that, like I said, Giselle, Robin, Juan are terrible people. They're bad people. I think Michael's a bad person. I do. I think he's a bad person on an international level. I think the others are just, bad people around the people that they're around. But Michael, seems as if Michael is possibly harming an entire country of people. Who knows? Who knows what type of criminalistic shit, terrible shit has gone on. Because wherever there are no checks and balances, wherever there's no law and order, people can get away with the most despicable, disgusting things. I believe that Candiace's feelings about Michael are very true. I think her sentiments about him are very true. And it doesn't matter about him suing her because you're an asshole. I think everybody's going to still believe that you did it. Everybody's still going to believe that. So I don't know what's the point, but I just think it's to hurt her. But let's go ahead and get that off my screen because I don't even like the fact that they chose that picture. As I was sitting there looking at it, I was like, how dare y'all choose that weird ass picture of her? Like, that's messed up. Okay, hold up, y'all. I'm trying to. Okay. Trying to get my stuff right. Okay. So we're going to move on now. All right. And we're going to move over to the Instagram. Hey, Bondi, I just became a Baby Blue member, and it took me forever to figure out how to get to this live. How do I find the other old member lives? You go to my website and go to the members exclusive tab. I have to put this one and the last one over there because I was running late. So as I'm like rushing to get up here, I, don't put the stuff in, but you can just go to the members exclusive tab there and there. Also, if you're a member, you can go to the forum, to the general discussion. All of the links have been posted there as well. So I don't know why it was so hard to find. You go to the community page and then go to the general discussion. And if you look all up and down, there should be but I did see that a lot of them weren't there anymore. I'm having my website guy look at everything right now, but he hasn't hit me back yet. But yeah, a lot of the lives are pinned to the forum on the website. Yes. And you can also, like I said, go to at the top of the website. Hold up, let me pull it up. Hold up. Okay. So it's the website, Bondi's community, general discussion. There's an ad because I have to try to get paid. And then these are all of the, well, because they've been pinned. So I don't know why it's like none of the ones that I've done, but I feel like I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about because I have been posting them, so I don't know why they're not there. But I'll go through and repost them. I'll just like make a list and put them there. But most of them have been uploaded or made available to everybody else at some point. That's another thing. But then you can also go shows, member exclusive content, and they're here as well. The last two aren't. Like some of them I've had, I have issues on YouTube, so I have to take them down and put them back up and all of that. But a lot of times they're available on YouTube because after a while I just put them up for everybody. But yeah, these are the most recent ones that I have done. Because y'all know I don't, I do like maybe once a week or something like that. But yeah. Yeah, that's where I ended up finding the link. I copied it from the forum post, I think. You download. Yeah, you have to make sure you download Spaces. That's another thing. It prompts you to do that when you come to the website. Y'all download Spaces so that you'll get the updates, so that you'll get, when I send out links and stuff like that. We're going to do like an overhaul of the site so that things are a little bit easier. I just have a lot going on right now, so please forgive me. But the forum is always the best place. Also, I post links to the Discord. I'm going to post a link to the Discord in here right now. Become a member of the Discord. The links are always posted in there as well. Hold up. Copy. Okay. Okay. So y'all can copy and paste this right here. We missing the liquid IV code. Okay. I didn't even, y'all, let me see something right quick, right fast, and then we're gonna get into the Instagram stuff. I don't even think I put the what you call them in on this one. I ain't gonna lie, there's a part of me that feels like it's time for me to quit. Why is the liquid IV not there? Like YouTube just gets harder and harder. And, it's just, more and more content creators are coming. I feel like people care less and less about, what I have going on. Um, I don't know. Like sometimes I just kind of feel like I should just go ahead and move on to whatever the next thing is supposed to be, because whew, Lord, it can just really get overwhelming sometimes. I'll put it in there later because I don't know where it is. I thought I had it in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the Instagram of it all. Oh, child, wait a minute. What was that? Tim Norman. Oh, child. They said Tim Norman sentenced to life in prison for carrying out murder for hire plot against his nephew. Oh, girl. I'm going to have to go read the story about that later. But I want to pull up my Instagram post for y'all. Okay. All right. Okay. Girl, let's go ahead. I'm trying to see where I want to start. Let's go ahead and get the Michael B. Jordan situation out the way. Because I know, everybody, listen. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that. I really do. Okay. So, y'all, yesterday I got dragged. Okay. I got dragged by my scalp in the comments about this situation because I said that I felt like, I said that he's still corny. Michael B. Jordan is still corny. Yvette Nicole Brown got on social media and posted in her stories that L'Oreal got what she deserves. Bullies always want to rewrite history. Nope, keep that same energy, boo-boo. And the feeling was that they didn't, they went to school together. She bullied him. And then here she come running up to him on the red carpet. No, keep the same energy you had when we were in the 7th grade. And I just kind of feel like, Yvette, it feels like you're thirsty for a man. I'm going to just tell y'all, a lot of the responses about Michael B. Jordan feel like women that are thirsty for an attractive man. I'm not thirsty for an attractive man. I'm not. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how attractive Michael B. Jordan is to everybody. There's something about his energy in this video that I don't like. And I also feel like any man that is this worried about being called corny is fucking corny. My husband said the same thing. Yeah, they were going in. Somebody even said, and your husband's corny. That's one thing he's never been. He may be a lot of things, but the nigga has never been lame or corny. Okay? Chill as fuck, but never corny. Okay? And to me, like, you were so thirsty to dig in her ass about calling you corny that you didn't realize you were talking to the wrong person.
To me, like, they hope I get raped and killed and popped in my head. So it's one last
L'Oreal, I hate this hair.
be in the world. Like, I just think, like, if you were upset because you thought I called him corny and those are the things that you're rebuttaling with, it's like the crime and the punishment. That if that's what you thought I said, it doesn't even match up. Like, how is that okay? The
It's
narrative
not
is
okay.
definitely still pushed. I feel like I admitted exactly what I said. And then even those words got turned around. When I told the story, it was super lighthearted. It wasn't even in the sense of me breaking down the entire school experience. FYI, we went to school together for 1 year. So the narrative that I bullied him all throughout high school, this was 7th grade. We were like 12 years old, and everybody made.
You know what? Just in case, let me take this off screen because I've been getting flagged. I've been getting flagged for shit that's literally floating all over social media, but our YouTube videos get flagged because we have them visible. So I'm going to play the audio.
Fun of each other. And then, like, I would get joked on because of my complexion. And, you know, I went to a predominantly black school, so it's like white girl. You know, oh, your boy, that people are saying to me, like, they hope I get raped. You know, that was 1 year. Again, I've never bullied him. That just sounds so outrageous to me. Like me bullying Michael B. Jordan his whole life. Wouldn't we have heard about this before this? Yeah, I do feel like he took everything out of it. It gave the Will Smith thing where it's like, you know, he's heard numerous people probably call him this before because this is not something we haven't heard, right?
It's not. We've heard this.
Said it. I've defended him numerous times just because of the fact that I did have a rapport with him. And I never said we were best friends. I never said, you know, we were cool and that was just that. So when I was even asked to do the carpet, I did it because I'm like, oh, this is a big moment for him. And I thought it would be dope, just the fact that, you know, I did know him when he was young. And it just
don't get in
totally
trouble.
left. I didn't expect it to go like that. And stop talking because of we made fun of each other. That was cool. And, you know, we know each other.
This is the video that I saw. Hold up. I want y'all, I'm going to put this up because I want y'all to see this shit because this is what made me feel away. This is what made me feel like he was corny. This is the moment.
Chad Science in Newark, okay?
See that right there?
I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is.
That was some lame nigga shit. That was some corny nigga shit. Because she wasn't even the one that said it. So that meant you was so bothered because somebody called you corny. Dude, you're at the height of your career. You're a sex symbol. You're successful. Not only are you a successful actor in the third of a amazing blockbuster hit of a trilogy movie, you directed it. You directed it. And you are still worried about people calling you corny? That's what makes you fucking corny. The fact that you have all of these things in your life and you still care enough to make this woman who didn't even say the shit feel a way about you being called corny. That's some corny shit to me. So when I said that, I know y'all can see there are 60 replies because people decided they wanted to come at me and I typed something back to almost all them motherfuckers until I stopped caring. And I haven't been back since and I refuse. But they were really upset with me. And then there are people that are arguing, well, you know, why does it matter who he dates? Like all of y'all, I really can't stand all of you. I don't understand why you guys care about who he dates. I don't think it's corny just because he dates white girls. And we don't know if that's true. Miss me with the bullshit. Miss me with the bullshit, y'all. Everybody has talked about on social media and in the media period about Michael B. Jordan not really liking black girls all that much. And then here comes Lori Harvey, which everybody questioned the validity of the relationship. They did. They break up. He does that corny ass SNL shit that I honestly let fly because it's like, you know, get it off your chest, son. Like, you hurt, get it off your chest, you know? But essentially, you seem like the corny, lame nigga that's still mad because you couldn't get the girls you wanted when you were in middle school. And let's remind y'all, Michael B. Jordan was a child actor. I didn't listen to the podcast, but some people told me that some of the things that were said. And apparently Erica De Niro said that L'Oreal said he used to like walk around school with his headshots and shit like that. And some kids, even at a performance arts school, might perceive that as pompous. They might have perceived him as being the type of dude that felt like he was the shit because he had a few acting gigs. And if you know, some regular hood kids that's not getting those opportunities, you might hate on him. You might hate on him. Or he might have a bad attitude because of it. He might have a bad attitude because he thinks he's the shit because he didn't have a few acting gigs here and there. And he think he can walk up to the girls and be like, yo, what's up? And the girls is like, like girls tend to be. And now you hurt forever. This is usually the story. A lot of these black men that don't date black women, their story goes back to fucking middle school where Keisha shot them down And now they're forever anti-black women on the inside. They may not say it on the outside because they know black women are the one who go to their movies and shit. But essentially, you pay attention to the people who they date, who they have kids with, and all of that shit. Michael B. Jordan is extremely successful, extremely attractive. There is no reason in this world why he should give a fuck about anybody calling him corny. It shouldn't even be a pluck on his shoulder. Corny? Just like when people in the comments, when I said he was corny, people in the comments started calling me a man because I have short hair. I cut my hair. And men grow hair. But apparently because I have no hair, I'm a man. That's what I was called in the comments. Do you think that really hurts my feelings for somebody to call me a man? No. Do you know why? Because I know I have a vagina between my legs. I know you see these titties. They're real. Okay? They hang too low not to be. Okay? So that's not going to really hurt my feelings. You're not going to hurt my feelings or make me feel a way. You're honestly just going to make me think you're thirsty to hurt my feelings because you're so bothered that I called this nigga corny. And that makes me feel like you corny too. And there are a whole bunch of, I'm sorry, thirsty women and thirsty men. Men who want to obviously, guzzle this man's balls in their throat, and women who want to do the like. And whenever you say that somebody's acting corny by caring about some shit they shouldn't care about, you know how I know? Because I'm really cool. When you cool in real life, you know that you don't care about no dumb shit that no corny niggas say. You don't care about shit that no corny nigga on the internet say. Not really. You don't really let that shit get to you. You might pop back. But at the end of the day, the way he approached her in this moment, it felt like underlying discontent. Like that shit was on your mind. And if you knew it was somebody who didn't fuck with you, why would you go up to her? There's a whole line of people he could have talked to. He could have walked right past her, but he went up to her specifically. I think because he remembered her from school. He heard the podcast and thought it was her, but it wasn't. And decided that he wanted to have an interaction with her. Yeah, I'm that nigga. So I want you to see how you made a mistake calling me corny and now I'm that nigga. That was corny. It was fucking corny. I don't care how you feel about it. Okay? But it's just my opinion on the shit. Like, corny ain't even the worst thing you could say. But ultimately, when you really cool, ain't nobody worrying about being called corny. Only corny niggas. That's just what it is. Ask anybody that actually would that's actually like fly. Oh, it's cool in school and shit like that. You don't get wrapped like, man, fuck all that, bruh. The part about being cool on some real shit is the fact that you are unbothered by the things that people are bothered, like normal people would be bothered by. Like that's the whole thing about being cool. It's being fucking cool. Unbothered. That's it. Like, for instance, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is one of the leading quarterbacks in fucking football. All of the niggas that talk shit about him being a simp and corny because of how he treats Sierra, do you really think he cares? Why would he care when he knows that when he get on that football field, y'all will suck his, okay? On that football field, y'all know that shit that y'all love so much, all you niggas? Yeah, y'all can't talk to him when it comes to what he's really about. He can't even see y'all when it comes to what he really does, what gives him pride in himself. So how y'all feel about him and how he handles his woman and his family and his life is of no consequence. The man doesn't even respond to the shit. He just keeps doing the shit that he's doing. He doesn't wait for a moment in an interview to embarrass a woman on a red carpet over some shit in school. So yeah. This made Michael B. Jordan corny. Deal with it. Now, if you'll still fuck a corny nigga, say that. Nobody's mad. Okay. Anyway. He was called corny a lot during his relationships. It was a PR stunt relationship with Lori. Yes, the corny boy not wanting corny girl and getting their heart broken by the it girl in high school. Yes, it's the same thing over and over and over again. If it would have been fine if he was joking and made it funny. His energy was too hostile. Like this stance right here. Like, why are you standing like this? And then this wasn't even, y'all, it stops right here. Let me see.
Obviously killing things out here. And we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad.
Okay, so no, they cut it off. But there's actually a part of it where you see the rest of it.
Jordan, the director.
Let's see if it's on this part.
Of Creed 3. And we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay? No, I
See?
did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things.
Look how she handled it. L'Oreal handled this very well. And I think that he was mad that he didn't really fluster her because she just went on.
Out here. How was the difference between you actually directing and working with the same people?
Just
that
moved right to the
you
question.
with versus?
It was awesome. It's a family vibe. Last 9 years of my life, I spent on the Creed films. They're very supportive. Tessa, Felicia, Rashad, Wood Harris, people that see me grow up. And
see all of this? All of this shit that he's saying is shade to her. Because he remembers her from school, I'm sure.
the fact that I sat behind the camera and finally got a chance to direct them, they loved it, they embraced it, and it was a wonderful experience.
And was it difficult for you mentally because you're coming out of a different space?
And listen, this part right here, my husband was like, and that's some corny shit right there. That dude wasn't even looking at him. And he pow, 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 trying to have a moment with him. It was to be rude to her. He was doing a lot to be rude to her. And a lot of people can't see passive aggressive shit. They don't be on it like that. So they don't notice all those little subtle shit, bullshit things that he did to her in this little moment. Look at that.
Michael B.
You see what I'm saying? That was so disrespectful. And another thing, listen, I love y'all, but y'all are not going to act like L'Oreal wasn't bullied or made to feel bad about her complexion being called white girl. I hate when y'all do that to people. We understand that colorism is a thing. Like, we've been talking about it nonstop for the longest now. But we also are not going to act like when you are in a predominantly black neighborhood or school, that if you're light enough, you don't start being called white girl and feeling ostracized because you are in fact not white. And it's a way to separate you from everybody else. So everybody talking about what they say about your complexion, she was basically saying that we all got talked about in school. So, and it's not that big of a deal. That was her point. I don't understand. Like, let me see.
So push. I feel like I admitted exactly what I said, and
I heard that part.
Something we haven't heard, right?
Right.
I just never said it.
Yeah, no, girl, let it go. What do you mean, girl, let it go? She can talk about it as long as people are threatening her. She can talk about it. Girl, what do you mean? See, that's what I'm saying. The comments. It's weird that she would say it was 7th grade and if it was so long ago, but during the podcast, she brought it up. Yeah, she brought up that they went to school together. That's what she brought up, that they went to school. Who wouldn't bring that up? Like, the people in the comments are giving male identified. The people in the comments are giving, I want to fuck Michael B. Jordan, so I'm going to argue on his behalf and make it seem as if this woman is full of shit when she's basically saying, can y'all please stop attacking me? I wasn't the one that called the nigga corny. Like, this is what I be talking about. This is the bullshit I be talking about, y'all. And to me, I feel like the fact that he did that on the red carpet like that, it was a dog whistle to all of, you manosphere, male identified, I can't stand black women ass niggas. Like, that was a dog whistle. His demeanor, the way he talked to her, like, look who it called. It called Yvette Nicole Brown. I don't know much about Yvette Nicole Brown, but I could pretty much guess based on the roles I've seen her play that you're the woman that is in search all your life for a good black man. And whenever you see somebody that look like a good black man, you want to defend him because you wish so badly that you had your own personal good black man. That's what it's given. And I don't even fuck with L'Oreal like that. L'Oreal has been very problematic in the past to me. L'Oreal. So this ain't even about me liking L'Oreal. This is about the way people were responding to L'Oreal and acting as if Michael B. Jordan being mad about being called corny in the 7th grade is cool. It's fine. I don't see what the problem is. I do. I see what the problem is, and I'll point it out for you. You are corny if you care about being called corny, whether it was last week or in the 7th grade. If you that upset about it to where you bring it up on a red carpet and act rude to this woman, and she wasn't even the one that called you corny, you a corny ass nigga. I said it, now what? Because y'all wanted to fight me yesterday. Y'all wanted to fight me real bad behind Michael B. Jordan like y'all gonna fuck him or something. I think he was that corny boy, that was in love with the attractive Latina in high school, and she rejected him, but he kept it with him. It's giving lame. It's fine. If you corny, you corny. It usually means you on the opposite side of the street, right? Threatening someone behind corny allegations is insane. Yes, it is. And that's what they were doing. But that's what I'm saying. It's I have to defend this man who I don't even know to the death. Even if it's something so simple. It's being called corny is not even that big of a deal. But now you got people acting like they know their fucking life, like Yvette talking about she got what she deserved. Really, Yvette? She got what she deserved? What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, black woman, who wasn't even right about who said what? The only commendable thing I remember L'Oreal doing was calling Consequence out on that light skin is the right skin line on Love and Hip Hop. Yes, she did. She did. That was one of the reasons. That's why I liked her. Ever since then, I haven't really liked her because, the lip service podcast people and all of them. I don't, I don't know. Bitch, I'm grown. I'm too grown to be worried about being corny. Exactly. If I'm Michael B. Jordan, I'm that successful, I don't give a fuck about somebody. I don't give a fuck about somebody calling me corny right now when I ain't that successful. I'm disappointed in Yvette. I still stream Community. She's so talented. I'm sure she is. But it's very much... It's very much giving thirsty for a man. And so y'all better not talk about this good black man. That's what it's giving. Okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't have lopsided titties. Okay. So let's I would be disappointed if I didn't expect honestly, y'all, there's a subset group of black women that I expect to be male identified. And I just want to know, what color are y'all capes? Do y'all have designs that are all the same on your capes when you put them on? Because the way everybody was in the comments, the ball guzzling men, okay, and the thirsty I want dick men, women, what color are the capes? Because y'all are doing a lot over somebody being called corny. Child. Anyway, let's move on. Larsa Pippen got Tamron all together. We're not going to play Tamron House Show on my show, just in case, but let's hear what they had to say.
Than the Bulls, what do you have in common? We have everything in common.
Oh my God. Wait, let me get Larsa Pippen. Let me get a picture first, y'all. And then we could do it. Cause y'all know why I never really liked Larsa Pippen. I don't even know that lady like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know of that lady like that. But I never really liked her like that, just because I thought it was so weird the way she desperately wanted to look like the Kardashians. Is it just me? But it's why do you so desperately want to look like other grown-ass women? That's weird. At least to me it is, child. But anyway, let me see. I want to pull in a picture because not me not being able to pull in that picture. Child, let me find something else. Larsa, damn it. Because we going to play this Tamron Hall shit, girl. It was funny to me. Let me use that one. Is that a real picture I can use? Okay, it is. Great. All right. So let's go ahead and we're gonna listen to this audio. Can I minimize this picture? I don't want to make it that small. I do want to cover myself for a second. Okay. Are we ready? All right.
I dated guys that were a lot older than me. Scotty is 10 years older than me.
Scotty's 10 years older than
Yeah, so I don't really view age as, you're mature,
Yeah,
you're not
yeah,
immature.
I
I don't feel like that determines if you're mature or not.
Well,
I feel like if you can drink at 21, you can go to war at 18. Like, there's different circumstances that I feel like age doesn't really determine your level of maturity.
I think the age for most people, if we're being honest, that's secondary. The bigger thing is where you are a beautiful woman.
Thank you.
And you can date anybody you wanted to.
Okay, you got to validate it before you shut it down.
Why would you date
Validate it.
Michael Jordan's son, knowing that it's been pretty clear that Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan didn't have this relationship people thought, and certainly don't have it now. Scottie has come out publicly and said that this 15 years younger, other than the Bull documentary that was produced by Michael Jordan, made him, he says, I was nothing more than a prop. His best teammate of all time. He called me. He couldn't have been more condescending if he tried.
Child, everybody say.
I can't basically
Everybody say Mike is an asshole. That's what they say.
explain how someone else feels. That's how Scotty feels. He has a right to the way he feels. I personally don't really care about what, other people, I feel like I live my truth. I'm happy. I feel like we get along. He's my best friend. And
Girl,
so
he your best friend.
Yeah, I feel like we have a lot in common.
But as I was saying, you could date anybody in the world.
But
Why date Michael Jordan's son?
I didn't plan it like that. It wasn't like it was planned like that. I think we were just together a lot with our friends, and it just so happened.
Our friends.
It wasn't like something I planned. You got to remember, I feel like for me being, married to someone that was an athlete or whatever, it's really hard. You get scrutinized a lot. People don't think you should have a life once you get divorced. They think once you're divorced, you're done.
Documentary that was
That's very
by
true.
Michael Jordan.
That is very true. I'm actually on this lady's side.
And I feel like I've overcome so many different obstacles because I feel like I should have love. I should be able to date who I want.
You should.
Live happy and go, just go wherever I want to go and not be judged every time I'm seen with
And
someone.
you should. I'm curious because when you start dating someone,
It's
even if they're
hard.
not-
And I feel like I've overcome so many different obstacles. I go and not be judged every time I'm seen with
And
someone.
you should. I'm curious because when you start dating someone,
It's
even if they're
hard.
not- It is hard. It's also hard meeting their parents. Have you met Michael Jordan and Juanita Jordan, and what did they say about the relationship?
I don't really, of course, I recently have met, I've recently been hanging out with them.
Oh.
But I don't really want to talk about them. I feel like it's not about, my parents or his parents. They're all happy. Our whole family's fine. I feel like it's
Right.
more about where I am, where he is. I feel like we're in a great place. We motivate each other. We're really happy being together. And I feel like that's the most important thing.
thing.
I
It
agree
is.
with that. I agree with that.
But
and I understand what you're saying because you are your own people. That said,
right.
he has a trophy store dedicated to his father.
It's like a
He
sneakerhead.
posted,
Yeah.
but you guys posted a picture with the number 23 behind you. There's only one number 23.
Right.
God bless. He walks around with
I go and not be judged every time I'm.
those great Jordan shoes. That's his dad on there. So he can't run from
What the fuck is your point, Tamron?
who he is.
Right.
And when I married my husband, he met my mom. My dad is in heaven, but he met my mom before
What's your point, Tamron?
we got into a full relationship. It's normal for people to ask, how did his mom respond? How did his
They're
dad
fine.
respond?
Everyone's fine.
They're cool with it.
Yeah, everyone. I think when you're an adult, I think your parents just want to see you happy. My parents want to see me happy. His parents want to see.
Why would they be upset? Honestly, if the relationship is the way Scottie Pippen said it is, then they probably was like, good, son, fuck his ex-wife. I'm sure, somebody put in a basketball niggas group text, y'all see my son fucking that nigga ex-wife, huh? Tamron Hall, I feel like, I don't know if this is the intention, but it feels like you're trying to shame Larsa. I don't know if that's the intention, but that's what it feel like, girl. I feel like you're trying to shame that lady. I don't know
You
why.
have a blessing.
Yeah, I feel like we're great. Yeah, I feel like we've spent holidays together, and it's good. We're in a great place.
They're in a great place, Tamron. Okay, so I don't know what you're insinuating. Yo, why do I feel like it's so funny the way like let's look it up for a minute. I'm interested. Hold up. Tamron Hall wants her to be embarrassed so bad. She does. And it's like, why? Why? These men go and have sex with all these young ass girls all the time. So why should she feel embarrassed? I'm about to look it up. I want to see what their relationship, if there's anything about what their relationship was like on these internets. Let me see. This is what she said. Okay, it's on Lifestyle. After 3 years, Larsa and Scotty's divorce was finalized. Y'all, fucking ads. Moving the page. Okay, on December 15th, 2021. In January of 2022, they agreed to joint physical and legal custody of their 2 youngest children. There were certainly some bumps in the road during their divorce. Last season, the divorce was still ongoing after Larsa tried to persuade Scotty to sell their Miami house. He retaliated by insisting that their youngest child, Sophia, move back to Los Angeles. I was traumatized. If he doesn't get his way, he punishes me, Larsa remarked. He's like the Punisher. While they were separated, she dated NBA player Malik Beasley. Per U.S. Weekly, Beasley was still married, and Larsa was dragged in the press and on social media for dating a married man, even though she was also married. People reported that Larsa discussed her search for love on the podcast Melissa Gorga on Display. Larsa explained, I feel like I'm kind of mentally in a place of like, I was married to a really famous guy that was really cute, that had a good body, that was really successful, that gave me 4 gorgeous kids. So where the hell are you going to find a guy that can like fill it? It doesn't have to be all of those, but like a few of those boxes. It's kind of hard. I thought it was going to be easier, to be honest. Larsa is preparing to lower her expectations. So now you have, but see, that's the thing. Like, lower your expectations in what way? Because you called the man the Punisher. You called him the Punisher. And I feel like there's no doubt in my mind that Scottie Pippen probably cheated on her a lot during their marriage. And to be honest, 32 and 48 ain't even that wild to me. It's really not. Like, once you are in your 30s, girl, get out of my face with this. Once you're in your 30s, if you're dating somebody in their 40s or 50s, it's really not that serious. Oh, good. Somebody gave sis her phone back after it got launched into the crowd. Y'all, what's wrong with Chris Brown? I know nobody wants to discuss it because everybody, seems to think that there's nothing wrong with the way he behaves and shit. But last night he did a show, right? And girl, I'm done with Larsa. We're going to go back to, hold up. Let me just clean this up. Tamron, I don't know why you were trying to shame Larsa, but stop it. Like, who cares? Who cares if, like, she's supposed to care about Scotty and Michael Jordan's relationship as it pertains to who she's in a relationship with? Girl, this is not how Stella got her groove back. Don't nobody give a fuck about how that nigga mama feel about it at the end of the day. And I'm sure that lady didn't have to deal with worse, dealing with his damn daddy. So I know she not out here worrying herself or trying to get herself upset, blood pressure high behind whatever older Caucasian woman her son decides to bring home. Like, nobody is over there stressed out that much behind it. Them people is mad rich. And like I said, it feels as if Michael Jordan's ex-wife, has probably had to deal with a bunch of shit that has not always, been comfortable or pleasurable for her as it pertains to being married to him or being related to the nigga whatsoever. So yeah, I'm sure Larsa Pippen is like the least of her worries. I think it's more of the optics of it, like Portia and Simon. It just looks bad. Yeah, I don't think it looks bad though. Why does it look bad? Just because she's younger? I mean, he's older, she's younger, and he's the son of her ex-husband's rival. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, if my ex-husband treated me like shit, do you really think I'm about to, like, I don't care. Like, and I don't think anybody should make her feel like she should care. They're divorced. Hang it up. It's over. Okay? It's all over. Okay, so this is what happened. Chris Brown was performing on stage, right? And this girl was not really being in the moment. She wasn't excited by the snowball head dancing all over her and everything. And she kept trying to record him. And I'm like, girl, you're not even looking at him. Like, look at her. Like, she pulling out her phone so she can record him. Oh, he not the bop, bop, bop. Mm-hmm. Oh, putting that dick all on her. Oh, Lord. And he's singing and she got the phone out. Like, I don't understand why he doesn't get this. Like, obviously she like, why would you and then all of them dudes crowd around her when he did it. Like, I'm sorry. That he looked crazy doing these dance moves without the music. So he threw her phone out into the crowd and somebody found her phone and gave it to her. It's probably broke, but still. And I understand, like, people was like, why she couldn't just be in the moment? What do you mean why she couldn't just be in the moment? Like, she's trying to record it because she's on stage. Why wouldn't she record it? Like, as an artist, wouldn't you just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just put her hand down or something and do something in the moment. If you're trying to get her attention on you and not on the phone, then you would do something to get her attention. You wouldn't take her phone and throw it. But he's so used to being able to do that to people, he doesn't see anything wrong with it. The comments under the neighborhood talk are better than the first round of comments I saw. Because the first round of comments, why she couldn't be in a moment? But no, why would you throw her phone out into the stadium like that? That lady had to stay behind until everybody left the stadium to find her damn phone. That's ridiculous. Like, she probably was nervous. We tend to play with our phone in awkward situations. Ain't no way I would have had my phone out. I live for living in the moment. I would have had my phone and been trying to live in the moment. I'd have had my phone right here, my hand on Chris Brown's ass if I cared about Chris Brown. I don't. But if I did, if I was all into it enough to want to get on stage and be danced on, like, not all is she deaf. Oh, I wonder. Launched it into the crowd. It's wild. And why did you have it in your pocket? It should have been in your hand waiting to see the person to give it to her. Child, stop. Emotional damage. I'm going to need $12.3 million. But what is the girl in the blue saying? Because she's snapping. Yeah, they signing. It looks like that she may not, like, yeah, somebody, yeah, they're signing. They're signing. Oh, okay, so somebody's deaf. That's crazy. Chris Brown is an asshole, man. He is such an asshole. Like, why? Could have pulled the Beyonce and said, look at me, be in a moment. Exactly. Side note, Bondi, did you see no, I haven't yet. I've been waiting to get a break. I'm probably going to go sit and watch it when I eat my lunch after this video. But yes, I don't know why Chris Brown has to be like this, y'all. That was just so unnecessary and so uncalled for. Just an asshole, man. Like, dude, go to therapy. You have anger issues. Chris is losing his mind. He can't dance anymore like before. He looks weird to me. Like, he looks unhealthy, but, you know, everybody act like he doing better now. Girl, let's get the Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Let's get the Shaka Khan.
As she fucking should be. Thank you, there's justice somewhere.
Whitney Houston too. Houston too.
She's excited. The first one was she was excited because Aretha Franklin was number one.
Great. I made Whitney Houston. I mean, Whitney Houston would be later. I want to introduce her to Clive, introduce her to the business. I made her mother bring her down to the studio.
Okay.
And sing back on me. Her and Luther Vandross.
Okay.
I think I had heard that.
They both sang background on me on my album. Yes, they did. Roll Me Through the Rushes, all that shit.
All that shit.
This one I believe is going to be controversial with you. I can predict this. Mariah Carey, number 5.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's
Oh,
controversial.
That must be payola or some shit like that.
Not payola.
Okay, so you're good with Mariah Carey?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not? Why?
No.
Payola. Okay. So
Not payola. Not payola who has like, girl.
the fix is still in getting Mariah Carey that high?
Man.
Okay, Ray Charles 6. Can we agree Ray Charles 6?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, Beyonce. Etha was number 1.
She should be, as she fucking should be. Thank you, there's justice somewhere.
8.
Wait, what happened?
I'm not gonna comment on that.
What? No comment?
I don't have anything to say about Beyonce. She's
Okay.
a great singer. Okay? She really has opportunity to be a great singer. She has what it takes. She got the chops. She does. Okay?
I'm not going to go through everybody. Another one.
Go ahead.
She got what it takes. She got the chops. Shaka don't want that smoke. That's what that sounds like to me. But I'm going to leave it alone.
Just ahead of you.
Who?
Adele at 22.
Okay. I quit. You really told
I'm
me.
sorry. Oh, it's too much?
She said I quit.
Did I bring it down? Did I bring this shit down? Like, we were like a house on fucking...
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry.
Do it.
What? What do you want me to do? You want
Tell
me
me
to tell you
something
more?
else. Give me somebody else.
Mary J. Blige, number 25.
What? Wait. I'm 22 and she's 25?
No, you're 29 and she's 25.
Oh, you know what? Now that's why.
That's
I
a
feel what I
bullshit.
did.
Nah, that's a bullshit. That's a bullshit.
Whitney Houston 2. Whitney Houston 2.
Great.
No, I'm sorry, y'all. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
They need hearing aids. They don't have hearing aids.
You know what?
Why
did I not stop while I was ahead? Why did I have to do the ones that were...
They must have, these bitches, you know what? These must be the children of Helen Keller.
Oh my God. Not the children of Helen Keller.
But they need hearing aids. They don't have hearing aids.
You know what?
Why
did I not stop while I was ahead? Why did I have to do the ones that were...
They must have, these...
In the 1990s, when you would introduce the Rufus song Sweet Thing, which was your ballad...
I wrote it.
You would call
I wrote
the
it.
song Mary J. Blige Fucked Up. Is that true?
Well, I didn't say that out in public. I might have said it to her.
Oh.
Okay, but so you did believe
But
she
I
fucked
told
it
Mary
up.
J. Blige she fucked it up.
How'd she fuck it up?
Number one, her vocals were flat. And I told her, I asked her, I said, what time of day was it? A night. What were you doing when you decided to cover Sweet Thing? Where were you at when you covered it? Oh, girl, I've been up all late and I was at 8 o'clock in the morning, girl. She said, girl, you don't sing nothing at 8 o'clock in the motherfucking morning.
Okay.
Especially if you have to get up to sing it. If you'd have been up all night, smoking crack or something, I don't know, might have been a whole different thing.
Wait a minute. That lady said, if you had been up all night smoking crack. I'm sorry.
You don't get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to sing, girl.
You don't.
But she and I have that kind of relationship. We can talk.
Yeah, you guys ended up recording together, right?
Yeah,
This was not in the 1990s.
We can talk.
You didn't
We can
you didn't
honestly
tell her.
talk. Yes. You know,
Yeah.
I love her. She loves me. We don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Now the press would love to make it a fucking problem. We can talk.
You didn't
We can
you didn't
honestly
tell her.
talk. Yes. You know,
Yeah.
I love her.
Shaka woke up and chose violence. Hilarious. All right, y'all. Let's get into the Real Housewives of Potomac situation. Okay. So first of all, let's start with Tammy.
You know, a lot of people are asking me and DMing me about the situation with my niece. I haven't spoke about it or said anything because, you know, out of privacy for her and her respect. But anybody who knows, they know I don't play when it comes to my family. Peter knows that as well. What the moral story is, my niece didn't want me to help her. She didn't want me involved. She didn't want me to help her with the lawyer or the case or anything. What it boils down to is he had Warren Brown as a lawyer. My niece had a state's attorney. That's what happened. That's all it is. He put his hands on her. He choked her. She called me outside the restaurant crying hysterically. My niece is not loud. She's not ghetto. She does not be in no mess. That's not her world. For her to even call me like that and saying that someone and everybody who was in that club saw it. He called around that next morning multiple times trying to apologize and get in contact with her. Like, you did it. Apologize and move on. You know, a lot of people are, if it gets to a point where you can't control your liquor and you don't remember what happened and you have to call around and say, oh my God, I don't remember what happened last night. What did I do? I don't remember that happening, that you're that drunk that you can't remember. That's sad. Get some help. Thank God that you had a little money to get you a good lawyer to get you off. But next time, it might not go that way. It might go a whole nother way. This ain't, Miami. This ain't, Charlotte. You in Baltimore. Get some help. Because it ain't going to be a next time. So thank God you won this case.
So apparently he won the case. But y'all know that just means nobody testified on old girl's behalf and she couldn't prove that it happened. So they throw it out. But this is the court case, okay? She filed a charge on him and he got off. And Tammy is basically saying that her niece didn't want any help. I don't know why she didn't want help. Because court-appointed attorneys don't work hard for nobody, in my opinion. Not really. I mean, excuse me, some of them do. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them do. I remember some of the attorneys that worked to get my father-in-law out. And it definitely, was like a saving grace that somebody was good at their damn job. It just takes a long ass time. But we were still able to get him out of that situation. It really bothers me the way it's normalized for men to put their hands on women and everybody just act like it's fine. Like, this grown-ass man, old enough to be this girl's grandfather, allegedly choked her in a club, in his lounge in front of all these people. And the way Tammy is talking about it, it seems to be a drinking situation where you get a little bit too buzzed and you don't know how to act. And I can absolutely see that. I could absolutely see that. So this is sad, but I thought it was crazy how it ended up being Tammy's niece, right? So from that situation, because I had to talk about that, then here come Peter talking about Real Housewives of Potomac. Listen, I believe him responding to the Real Housewives of Potomac situation was a way to glaze over what happened with Tammy's niece.
I'm going through a lot of shit right now. But somebody just sent me a clip from the Potomac Housewife reunion show. And Mia is going at it with Wendy. And, brother, this is kind of your fault. Because I taped with y'all for 5 minutes promoting Bar in Baltimore and Bar in Miami Beach. And you turned that 5 minutes into 9 episodes. And now my name is thrown around on a reunion show when in real life, I don't mess with none of those women. Okay? Giselle, Robin, cool people.
Yeah.
The rest of them, Wendy.
Yeah. Giselle and Robin are cool people. I wonder why you say that. Probably because, Giselle likes dark complected men. Giselle is one of them, one of those light-skinned women that really love them a dark complected man. And that's why she don't really date white men. But I believe that she probably flirted with Peter on some level because, and if you Robin, you just gonna play cool with any man because you're a guy's girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Robin gives off. I'm a guy's girl. We can play basketball together and, talk about bitches together. Like, I'm a guy's girl. Listen, I've had a hard day. Fuck with me. But yeah, y'all.
I shot with her one time. 5 minutes.
I don't like how he gonna point out that the green-eyed bandits are the ones that's so cool. Shut up.
Go out to dinner with her. I didn't have no late night snack with her. She's a married woman. She's very respectful, very honorable. Okay, so for me, for you to be talking about me and...
But Monique said, why the people who witnessed the choke didn't testify on her behalf? Y'all know why. People don't want to go to court. People don't want to deal with that shit. That's why. But yes, continuing on with Peter.
me and Wendy getting together is so disrespectful.
It is.
It's so thirsty. It's real thirsty for you to do that.
Thirsty.
Just to collect that check from Bravo.
Now, you ain't have nothing to say all season when she was acting like y'all was BFFs and sharing girlfriends and shit. Like, I think he might have corrected the situation about the girlfriend one time and said that he dated her first. And whatever they had going on after him didn't have anything to do with him. That's what I think the response was, if I'm correct. But I could be wrong, y'all. I cycle in so much information all the time. A lot of it leaves. It's far in the back. I can't remember. But yeah, I just really feel like Peter is trying to clean up this situation with this foolishness. Like, yeah, we so glad you came out and said nothing happened with Wendy, but it's still giving, I'm trying to clean up this previous situation.
There's nothing cool about that. Okay? And you can't just use my name like that, because if you use my name like that, I'm going to have my lawyer get in touch with you guys, and it's going to be really ugly. Okay? Because I do not know any of those women. I never see them outside of my establishment. Okay, and y'all just can't recklessly just throw people's name out there like that, because it actually hurt my business. And that's irresponsible. Please, cease and desist. Somebody just sent me a clip.
He said it hurt his business. You sure it wasn't you choking that girl allegedly that hurt your business? I'm going to leave it alone. So he said that, and then here come G.
You know, it's interesting to me that who I thought was my friend, Peter Thomas, can say things like, he don't know us like that.
Oh.
I wonder if he didn't know us like that, the times when he'd been at our house, eating our food, playing card games, associating with other people, family members and friends of ours. I guess he didn't know us like that when he held our baby girl and was the first man other than myself to hold our baby girl.
Oh, Lord.
I guess he didn't know us like that when he's gone.
Why? Why was he the first one besides you? For what? That just means y'all let any old people around y'all kids, don't it?
On boat rides with us. I guess he didn't know us like that all the times that we spent at his restaurant supporting his business. And certainly I guess he didn't know us like that when he wanted to borrow $60,000 to pay his bills at Bar One. So I don't know why Peter says he don't know us like that. Maybe that's his definition of not knowing us like that. Not knowing us like that when he's attended our kids' parties. So I guess if that means not knowing someone, then I guess that's what Peter's meaning is. And furthermore, to say this has hurt his business, just a few days ago, I personally spoke to Peter, and he said that publicity is actually helping his business. And furthermore, the allegations that he's referencing only came out a couple of days ago, so how could it have hurt his business that quickly? Peter, I guess we don't know you like that.
Well, I think G thinks you just trying to clean some shit up too. Child, this is messy. And then he said, I don't know about y'all business dealings. We're going to get back to this business dealings, but this is what I cared about, because I don't really give a shit about who gave business to who. You know, I ain't really too much worried about that, but this the part right here.
Shit about my food. Look at the plate, y'all. Something once was in that plate. What you saying now?
It was good.
Oh, really?
It was good. The snapper was good.
Yeah.
It was crispy.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Nigerian never talking shit about my food. Look at the plate, y'all. Something once was in that plate. What you saying now?
It was good.
Somebody just sent me a clip. You know, I'm going through a lot of shit right now.
So, what was this video clip supposed to show?
It was good. The snapper was good.
Yeah.
It was crispy.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Nigerian never stuffing shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand. Was this supposed to prove something? Was this supposed to prove something? I'm just saying, y'all. Like, this is just messy for no damn reason. I'm coming back on screen, girl, because I need for y'all to comment and let me know. What do y'all think of this video? Because this don't feel like nothing. This don't feel like nothing. It don't. It don't feel like nothing. I think G jumped the gun with this. Who done woke this grandpa up from his nap? It doesn't look like he was eating Wendy's cookies or whatever Mia said. Yeah, it don't look like that at all. So I don't know. Girl, what you thought this was proving?
You know, it's interesting to me that.
Okay, so that was him. I'm trying to see, was there any responses after that? I don't think so. But either way, I think this is all just so messy, and it doesn't surprise me because Mia's thirsty, Peter's thirsty. Peter's trying to clean up this shit that happened with Tammy's niece because I think Tammy's video came out first. So I feel like he was trying to clean that up by using a Real Housewives Potomac shit. You come out and speak, highly of Wendy, everybody's going to, I guess, give you some cookies for that. And not the type that Mia was talking about, okay? Not those cookies, all right? Just brownie points, okay? Maybe people will be more inclined to come back to your business because you spoke well of Wendy. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And, then Mia goes and finds a video of when obviously Wendy was patronizing Peter's business and uses that as evidence that something happened. We all knew that he was lying about going out with her. Like, he wasn't lying, but we knew that they had meetings before we saw them tape. So, yeah, and it wasn't just for 5 minutes. So we know that he was just basically exaggerating how small of time he actually spent with them. But we can at least say that she's been to the restaurant a few times in order to consider doing business with him. Like, come on. Anyway, y'all, it's all mess. It's all mess. I can't wait for Real Housewives Potomac reunion part 3. Okay? Now, somebody asked about this. So, the 5-part docu-series, girl. Not a 5-part motherfucking docu-series, girl. Not five. The 5-part docu-series will contain interviews from Ambibola and Olabinjo Osandaro, the brothers who were involved in a scheme to stage a hate crime against Jussie Smollett. The Osandaro brothers have never spoken to the media regarding their role in the 2019 scheme. In December 2021, Smollett was found guilty of 5 counts of felony disorderly conduct and sentenced to 150 days in Chicago prison. Smollett was freed after only 6, pending appeal. If the conviction stands, he will serve the remainder of his time. And they're doing a docuseries on it. Are you guys going to watch? Do I not follow the Jasmine brand anymore? Oh, I'm about to say. Are y'all going to watch? I might give it a look. I might see what they say. I might be a little interested. Y'all, let's talk to Auntie CeCe right quick.
Dear friends who have gone on to be with the Lord, praise God. And she was so famous. And she let me know that I really didn't want to be famous. Was Whitney Houston, right? She was my dear sister and friend, and I remember she was about to do one of her big videos, and it was "I'm Every Woman." It's a great video, right? Really nice, good. The song is, when you think about how it was written, it's a great song, right? But the lyrics don't line up with the Word of God, right? So she knew. She said, "CeCe, I want you to be in this video, but I know you're not going to be in it." I said, "You're absolutely right." Because it started off with, "I could cast a spell." I'm not singing that. But notice how that message was all wrapped up in the beat, right? Y'all get so hooked onto these beats, and it's like demonic. You're listening to demonic stuff, and you wonder why you don't know what's going on. Right? Dear friends,
okay.
Gone on to
Y'all, this is why I don't like the church people. I'm sorry. This is why I don't like the church people. She knows that Shaka wrote it. She's just saying that she was not going to be involved because of the wording. And what you're listening to is demonic. Y'all, I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm tired of church people with the demonic shit. It's a way for y'all to cast responsibility outside of yourselves. It's a way for you to malign things that are outside of your purview. And I really wish that y'all would grow out of that mindset. I really wish that y'all would really just think for a second about the historical context of the religion that you use to beat people over the head with all the time. I can cast a spell of secrets you can tell. Mix a special brew. Put fire inside of you. Anytime you feel danger or fear, then instantly I will appear. Because I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. I can sense your needs like rain onto the seeds. I can make a rhyme of confusion in your mind. And when it comes down to some good old-fashioned love, I've got it, I got it. So, can you tell me your problem with casting words? She thought the song suggesting lesbian love. No. No, the song is like a witch woman, basically. A woman wielding her power. That's what it's about. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. The song is about a woman wielding her power. And y'all know how the church don't like to talk about women wielding power as a woman stands on stage and speaks and casts words out into the audience to invoke a triumphant applause. You mean like putting a fire inside of them people in a crowd? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's crazy the way they come up with these things in their mind. It definitely sounds like that's what God is supposed to do as well. Like, a lot of the lyrics also sound like what God would do, which is why they don't like you saying that a woman would do it, because God is not a woman. God is a man. It's just, I feel like you just really wrapping yourself up to think so deeply about something, and you're not thinking deep enough, in all honesty. Because if you thought deep enough, then you would look up the word cast, since you have such a problem with the word cast. Because I feel like they use that word in the Bible often. Cast means to cause. Okay? Like, I'm just saying, like, to cause. So it's just, I don't know, y'all. I just get so tired of people thinking that they're so self-righteous while doing the exact thing that they're angry about. It's ungodly. It's demonic. Like, why do you have to malign things in that way? Specifically a song empowering women that they are strong and that they have powers within themselves. Why is that a bad thing? It's just real weird. It's just real weird. She sounds like the people who protest Sabrina the Teenage Witch when we were young. Like, give me a break. I'm sorry. I could never follow a religion that believes God is a man, because that just literally does not make sense to me. The more I think about it, the more it don't make sense to me neither. But, you know, any word that come out your mouth can cast a spell. I mean, anything. That's the same thing I think. That's why I said, like, what she's doing on stage is casting words out into the crowd to invoke fire inside of those people to applaud her mindset. You're doing the same thing. And yes, very performative. This is why people don't want to come to church now. Ugh. This is why people don't want to come to church now. That's what y'all do. Y'all do too much. Just make mountains out of motherfucking molehills all the time. So, y'all, I think this will probably be the last thing I talk about, because I am hungry and it's going on 2 hours. And y'all know how I like to cap these at 2 hours, but that'll give us, more to talk about. Maybe I'll, come back again this weekend. We'll see, because I have some events this weekend. Oh, please pray for me. Okay? Whatever that look like, okay? Because I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I pray. I just don't be praying to that, weird evil God that everybody likes to pray to, that makes y'all weird and evil to other people. Anyway, the feud between Meg Thee Stallion and Carl Crawford, the owner of her label, has been documented throughout social media, as there have been posts of them going back and forth over time. However, it seems Carl may be ready to turn over a new leaf while admitting his wrongs in the situation, all while ushering in a new president for his label as they look forward to the future. I wonder who told him it was time to hang it the fuck up. Yoga is demonic. My grandfather is a preacher, and every week I am demonic from my hair color. I just say you are too. Takes one to know one. And that's what I'm saying. To like cast such evil words onto somebody over things that that doesn't even make sense. What are you talking about? It's color. God created the spectrum of light. That's where color comes from. Why does me coloring my hair make me demonic? Are you on drugs? Like, they just say shit that makes no sense whatsoever. I need for you to back that up to a Bible verse and make it make sense for me. Anyway, during an interview with TMZ, Carl shared that he and Megan haven't spoken since 2019 outside of previous social media posts, and said that's unfortunate too as well, because I never wanted to have a situation where I was going back and forth on the internet. Oh, yet you've been doing it for a while now, Carl, a while. He explained coming from the sports world, a lot of things in the music business came at him really fast. When it comes to the new era within his company, he said, kind of like a couple of months ago, I just wanted to revamp the company and bring in a whole new fresh face look. We're trying to rebrand the company and give us a new look. Our reputation was real bad out here. I wanted to just go directly at that situation and just kind of start from fresh. 1501's new president, Kai Verse Tyler, also spoke and said, the music business is a contact sport, but the business of music is a contract sport. He also tried to explain things from Carl's perspective about not reportedly being in contact with Meg since her connection with Roc Nation. He said he don't have this dang for anybody. Meg, Roc Nation. At the end of the day, they are a business conglomerate. They are business people. We don't have any discrepancies toward any of them. I think it became more of an emotional thing from the beginning, not realizing that I haven't spoken to my artist whom I found since she went into the meeting. Like I would be in my feelings at first. When asked if he stands with Tory Lanez, Carl made it clear that he doesn't stand with anyone in that situation, and that's none of his business. Was it none of your business when you were partying with him after? Because it seemed as if you put your foot in it then, and everybody questions if he had anything to do with paying for lawyers and all of that shit that was going on. Nah. This is it sounds like when hood street people try to legalize their way out of foolishness that they've done. I don't know how this was deemed an apology. I don't feel like this was an apology at all. I feel like this was you putting your foot in your mouth. This was you saying, I now have reached a point of no return because I did not handle this properly. I can't do anything else. And so now I have to pivot in order not to lose my business. So I'm going to bring somebody else in. I'm going to say the right things to the public. And hopefully that'll make a turnaround for my business. What are y'all like? No, don't clap. Don't clap for none of this shit. Don't clap for none of this shit because it's bullshit. He absolutely made it his business to be involved in what was going on with Meg and Tory. You can't tell me no different. Child, you want me to go all the way back instead of just telling me what the comment is? Meg told us everybody that came at her would eat their words and go on an apology tour. She was right. Hey, DeQuasia. Thank you for being a member for 16 months. They talked about banning yoga in Alabama schools. Oh my God. The things that they actually need to do something about, they want to do nothing about, but we want to do something about the kids doing yoga? Because exercise is bad. Balance and breathing is bad, right? Teaching these kids how to handle their emotions in another way is bad, right? What the fuck is going on in the world? Oh my God. He is trying to not lose that case because his lawyers warned him he will lose that case. Yeah, he kept moving the damn goalpost. He kept moving the goalpost. Oh my God. Stressing me out, child. Just thinking about all the stuff that's going on in the world right now. That's why I feel like these puritanical attitudes towards life are dangerous. Because y'all take it to a whole nother level. Something happened in them courtrooms and now he's singing a different tune. I can't wait to find out what the true tea is of the situation. Did you hear they're trying to ban the word racism from certain universities? Like professors can be fired for saying the word. I don't know why they keep trying to cover shit up. And that's what makes my nerves so bad. Because I feel like y'all just keep trying to cover shit up, as if things won't keep coming out. The act of even doing these things is like, it's racism. It's forced. It's really ridiculous at this point. Don't tell the truth about our history. Don't tell the truth about what's happening. Shut up and just take it. Shut up and just deal with it. No, we're not doing that. Oh my God. Oh, Lord, they exhaust me, child. Okay, hold up. I think I'm gonna do one more thing and then I'm gonna get out of here. Cause I'm tired, child. I didn't talk my throat off. Let me see. Why does Kodak Black look like Sherbird?
When you love someone, of course you compromise, but it's not a compromise that's asked of you. It's not a compromise that's required for you to be loved unconditionally. It's not a compromise that, it's an organic, natural thing that happens because you want to, not because it's being asked of you. And so, and I'm so big on that, and I'm so big on, the idea of like, I don't want to change any part of who I am to make somebody else comfortable. Like, this is the show it comes in, this is the spirit that it is. If there's any changing happening, it's because that's my evolution. And if that change is happening together, then that's our evolution, But I love just the idea that people should be free to be exactly who they are and like the fullness of who they are. And they should be accepted and loved unconditionally for the fullness of who they are.
I agree. I'm going to have to check out Mike Muse's podcast because I want to hear what she's talking about. I think I had that feeling when Megan Good and her ex-husband broke up. I felt like, okay, it's the freeing. You can tell, like, a lot of us want marriage and want the picture so bad early on. We don't realize what it really is because everybody's lying to us about it. Everybody's lying to us about what motherhood is. Everybody's lying to us about pregnancy. They're lying to us about marriage. They're lying to us about the relationships. And we only go off what we're taught when we're young. And we only know what our parents and the people in society tell us, what we should want. And they all tell us we should want marriage. We should want a relationship. We should want kids. We should want money. And so we try our best to get these things as soon as we get out into the world. And when we get them, we find out what they really require. And we find out if we can really fulfill that requirement. And under, the social pressures, I think everybody starts to, realize that everybody was lying. Everybody was lying. Everybody was telling you it was something that it wasn't. And now you see it clearly and you know really what it is. And if you could, you would make a different decision. And so that's why people get divorces a lot of the times, because you enter marriage not really knowing what it is, because nobody's telling you the truth about it. Nobody's telling you what's really required. And I think when we have these conversations online, I think they're important and healthy for the young girls that are coming up that get that same bullshit rhetoric told to them. And we're trying to counteract that, you know, but there are so many people online that promote this, you know, find a man to take care of you and do the white picket fence thing in your 20s. Like, you know, there are so many people pushing y'all to want that. And as soon as you get it, you're going to figure out that it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's not, especially if it's not with the right person. It's soul crushing, especially if it's not with the right person. It can really warp your mind. It can warp what you feel like you can do. You get into this cycle, and in the cycle, it feels like there's no way out. You could probably feel like you're suffocating a bit and feel like there's no way to get out. But really, it's just because you're in a cycle and your mind is telling you there's no way out or there's no different way to do it. And when you figure out what's best for you and you decide to do that, you realize how you made a mistake at the beginning because you thought you were doing what you wanted, but really you were doing what was impressed upon you by society. And that's what I think happened to Megan. As much as Megan had her amazing career and all of those things, I absolutely think it was pushed on her to find a good man and settle down. And I think that, you know, when you are with someone who's in the church and a part of their identity is attached to the church, therefore marrying you as a woman. Now, every time she went somewhere, you know, she's being judged for how she dresses. She's always been the same person, but now she can't take certain movie roles and all of this shit. So I feel like, you know, Megan probably was one of the young women that learned that marriage is not what they told you it was supposed to be. And in 2023, the women who were raised up in the 90s, in the 80s, you know, the early 2000s, we can't do that. Like, a lot of us can't live that life the way our grandmothers and our moms lived that life. I mean, I've had conversations with even my male friends about just the honesty of the fact that they don't want to have relationships the way their parents did, because the relationships that their parents had, even if they were good, weren't honest. And so they found themselves romanticizing their relationships instead of being honest. And they feel like choked in it because as young men, you know, who are taught to be good husbands and stuff like that, the pressure of that, feeling like you're the one responsible for everybody because that's what's imposed on you. I think that's a lot of the reason why men can't fulfill what they're supposed to fulfill in life, is because once the pressure of taking care of everybody gets to them, they crack. Especially if they weren't actually raised to handle taking care of other people, which is funny to me. You know, I hate to bring it back around, but it's funny the way I think young boys are coddled and then told that they should be taking care of everybody by the time they become young men. And now we're wondering why they don't seem to be, you know, stepping up to the plate like that. And of course, not all. A lot of us are married here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us have men and all of that shit, have long-term relationships. So don't get us wrong or anything. Like, it's not all bad with the men. But, I mean, the percentages aren't good. The percentages aren't good, girl. And it just kind of shows the imbalance. Which, you know, I see all these comments all the time of people talking about how women don't like to be held accountable. And I'm just kind of like, who are these fucking women? Who are these women? Are these the young 20-somethings that y'all want to be responsible and accountable with your old ass fucking on them? Like, is that what you want? Are those the women y'all are talking about? Like, I wonder, like, who are y'all? What women are y'all talking about that aren't responsible for themselves? Because even the motherfucking city girls, when they niggas got killed and went to jail, found a way to become who they are. Even the city girls who y'all deem as the bottom of the barrel young women, niggas do, okay? Y'all think that that's like calling somebody a hoe. But the actual city girls do better than most, especially most young men. So it's very funny to me. Like, what accountability do y'all want the women to take? I see that in the comments all the time. What accountability? What accountability do y'all want women to take? Because a lot of times I feel like y'all just want women to be accountable for the shit that y'all have done. And that's not how accountability works. I can't be accountable for shit other people have done. I can only be accountable for the things that I've done. And also, every woman doesn't owe you accountability, nigga. What's wrong with y'all in these comments? Like, a lot of the people in these comments are just like screaming their personal issues in the comments on, other people's shit. It's crazy. I'm glad Megan good. Yes, she is glowing. She looks so good since she divorced him. I work with the elderly. The lady just divorced after 26 years. She said you can't put a price on peace. You can't. You can't. That's honestly why I'm scared to have kids. I don't want to regret having them because motherhood and having kids is so romanticized now. It is. Do his best. Yes, I'm always back and forth with the idea of it. Plus, I'm terrified of procreating with these men out here. Girl, listen to me. Unless you are absolutely like ready for that, don't go back and forth. That means it's not time. Until you like absolutely ready for that, don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not, because I feel like I may not ever have kids, but it was always in my mind that I would. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like if it doesn't happen, I'm good with that because I could not. But ultimately, I probably would really have to wrap my mind around my work being my baby, my dogs being my babies. Because, and I already have on some level, but that's also because I feel like there's still time. So, who knows? But yeah, like I always saw myself having a little bitty Bondi, a cute little girl or a cute little boy whose face I want to eat all the time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get you because I go back and forth too. But child, the doors are open. Either way, the doors are open, okay? It feels like people treat kids as dolls, not real human beings, right? And I feel like you have to be really intentional about raising kids and how you want to raise them and how you want them to feel about themselves and what you want to show them through your life. And that's another thing. Our parents, I don't think, had time or the wherewithal to be examples to us. You know what I'm saying? You got a good man, though, so listen. I do. I have a community, but essentially, it still would be, to me having a baby, as much as I know my husband would be an amazing father, I still have it in my mind as if anything happens, this child is my responsibility. So it will always still have to, in my mind, be on me in one way. I'm the one that's going to have to physically almost die to have it, But I feel you. Seeing friends around with my kids and with me, kids, and being a teacher has shown me motherhood isn't for me. Have to be at peace in the long run. Exactly. That's why I feel like either way I'll be good. Because I think I have enough fulfillment in other ways of my life. And I keep finding ways to be fulfilled. This going back to school thing is a huge thing for me right now. So I feel like because I'm always finding a passion or something to feel, strongly and dedicated to, like I feel like I have like a life's purpose. So essentially I necessarily don't have to be a mother in order to feel like my life would have had a meaning. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like for a lot of people, they feel like their life really has no overall meaning once they're gone if they didn't have any kids. And I feel like, I think I've done enough already to be remembered after I'm gone, even if it's only in the few people, who follow me or who I did make that change to, or that, whatever I did to be positive to other people through what I do, I feel like, that's worth it. The whole life thing, it's worth it because of that. It's so hard though. Y'all saw how I got on here. Ugh. I love y'all though. I hope y'all enjoyed this live today. I'm about to get off of here and find a way to go purchase me some crawfish and a turkey neck, because that's what's going to make me happy. After I finish talking to y'all makes me happy. So thank you for coming through. Thank you, playback people. Again, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. I'm sorry I wasn't in the most, lightest moods today, but I swear, as soon as I woke up, it was just like bad shit, bad shit, bad shit. But I think we made it out all right. Okay? I thought I was going to work out, girl. I'm sore. I'm taking today off. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. And, I will see y'all later on. All right? Peace out.